In a future world, money no longer exists. Time has become both the universal currency and each person's lifespan. Once the digital timer on someone's arm hits 0, they die instantly. Whether buying food, paying rent, or taking the bus, every transaction must be paid for with time. The poor have to work day and night without rest. If they slack off even a little, they're destined to drop dead in the streets. Meanwhile, the wealthy elite who possess tens of thousands of years have become the true puppet masters controlling this world. Jason is one of society's poorest. Every day he works like a machine just to stay alive. But today, when he goes to collect his daily wages, he discovers his pay has been cut down to just 12 hours. Dejected, Jason walks into a bar where a well-dressed man is surrounded by beautiful women like a celebrity. The timer on his arm shows he has a staggering 116 years left to live. Jason kindly warns the man not to flaunt his wealth so openly. This slum is full of desperate people. Just then, a gang of robbers bursts into the bar and immediately targets the rich man. Everyone panics and scatters, but Jason risks his own life to save him through the back door. Once safe, the wealthy man reveals a shocking truth to Jason. He claims he's been alive for 200 years and has grown tired and weary of his endless existence. He came here looking for a way to end it all. Jason calls him out for being someone who doesn't appreciate what he has, but the man shares another brutal truth. If workers' wages never decreased, no poor person would die, and everyone could live forever. But the world simply can't sustain that kind of population. The system was designed from the start to ensure that those without time would inevitably die. The next morning, Jason checks his arm out of habit and freezes in shock. His time balance now reads 116 years. The rich man had transferred all his time to Jason before dying. Through the window, Jason sees the man sitting alone on a bridge. When the countdown on his wrist hits 0, he falls straight into the river below. By the time Jason reaches the scene, all he finds is the body, never noticing the surveillance camera overhead that will soon bring deadly consequences into his life. Now suddenly wealthy with a century of time, Jason first finds his friend Jimmy and gives him 20 years. Then he buys flowers and heads to the station to share the good news with his mother. But she never shows up. A terrible feeling washes over him, and he races frantically toward her workplace. His mother had just finished paying off a loan, but the bus fare had suddenly jumped from 1 hour to 2 hours. She only had an hour and a half left to live, and not a single person on that bus was willing to help her. With no other choice, she tried to reach the nearest bank for a time loan, but banks don't lend time to the poor. Left with nothing, she ran toward home with everything she had. Finally, at an intersection, she saw her son running toward her, but she only had 10 seconds left. Jason ran with all his might, and just as he was about to transfer time to her, her timer ran out. She collapsed in his arms, gone forever. So would you like living in a world where time is the currency? Follow me to watch the next thrilling segment of this film.